Good morning, collective. I've got 51 minutes to do a reading. Otherwise, I've got to clear out my phone again. Running out of space. So anyway, first I've got a message. Just burn some of this first. Hang on. I went out earlier this morning to bring in the new dawn, we're in a new cycle with this full moon. It's very cloudy here, so I couldn't see the moon. But I went down by the river and lit a fire, and just to usher in and speak with God and the ancestors down by the river with a fire. It was pretty awesome. So I'm trying not to blow all the ash everywhere. I've got So I've cleansed all my crystals and everything overnight, so everything feels nice and fresh. I've been going through all my stuff, cleaning out, getting rid of old stuff or recycling old stuff. Like I was going through the clothes and that, so I'm going to rehash some things and like cut them up and turn them into something else. Having said that, like here's one of my t-shirts. You can see on my online store. This is Follow the White Rabbit. This is based on you see the rabbit there? This is based on a piece of street art that I've done. So it's a photograph of it, but the colour is a little bit different. Like, and the angle, you can only take a photo of it on a certain angle because of where it's situated. But anyway, that's the White Rabbit t-shirt. Now, when I was down the river this morning, I observed. I was looking at, well, first of all, there was the shags, and as soon as I started, lighting the fire, and I do my thing, and all the shags all came in and sat in the river, in the sticks that was in front of me. Almost like I had an audience, Well, it was an audience because there are definitely spirit animals there. Anyway, I was observing the other flocks of birds, the corellas, and they were like in this big flock, right? And flying over the top of the trees, and it was almost, it looked like it was like one singular organism, like changing its shape and that molding its way over the trees. Anyway, so it was about the perception, like I was imagining as if I'd never seen it before and didn't know what it was, like as if I was coming from another planet, right? And I hadn't observed these things before. And I could see how, by looking at it in that perspective as like you could see it as one single organism, like as if it's like one creature, not like a whole flock of individuals, So there was something about a flock of individuals being seen as one organism. So it's the one. So this is a bit like, what is it? Like, what's the saying? It's like the flock you fly with, what is it? You know, like you're all seen as the same. I can't remember what the saying is anyway, but everyone, nobody's being seen in this flock as an individual. The perception is that they are one, and we are one, right? But in that, it's also like, you know, like the other saying of, you know, like one rotten apple spoils the whole lot. So there's something in this message here about that, like somebody spoiling a whole flock, or just that fact that, you know, like to see things in a different perspective. We can look at a whole flock of birds as one, or we can look at a whole flock of birds as a whole lot of individuals. You see how there's two different perspectives there. So the other thing I got is that, you know, like for me, I can only sort of like go off me as my own as an example, right? But this is for others. This message is for others as well. So I'll just move that because it's choking me a little bit. I'll put it over here. The other thing was, like for me, like for many years on my spiritual journey, this has been going on 30 odd years now. I have been working on raising the vibration of others, right? Getting people to see that other perspective. And that was definitely much in the message, was to see that, you know, like if somebody in like that flock of birds was an individual within a group of people, like a tribe or a nation, nationality, whatever, and how we see that as being like you know, like we see them all, like say if we see one person like go and do something bad, then the rest of the group gets labelled with that as well. And this is the misconception, right? And this has been something that has been in my path, or on my path, for a long time, is to actually show that we are all individuals with free will, and you know, what the person next to us doesn't necessarily mean that their sibling or their you know, like nationality or whatever are all doing the same thing. Like they don't all you know, like say if somebody robs a bank, right, the whole group didn't rob the bank, it was just the one individual in the group. You see what I'm saying? But and that was what it was with the birds, and that was the message, you know, like about the group being perceived to be one, but they're not. They're all individuals, right? And in that, like for me, on my journey, I have worked with many people, many people in the community where I was living. I've moved from there now because I've had to, because of persecution, pretty much, for the fact that I was showing people who they are, and and that was like in good ways and bad ways. And it's amazing in what I was doing, like, because I've had many studios and open art studios, and where people could actually, you know, engage and be active in the arts in many ways. And in that, you know, like I was, like a lot of people, for instance, are Indigenous in that group. So for me, I was there to raise the vibration for the group and to, you know, like encourage the lost culture of, you know, spiritual culture, which is where the collective are, right, have an understanding of this. And a lot of the Indigenous peoples have lost their culture through colonialism, right? So not only did I get persecuted from the colonial, or I can't even say like the colonial, or just the white supremacists. I can't say they're supremacists because we're just talking about a whole lot of ordinary people, pretty much. You know, you've got those groups within that. You've got your ancestors from you've got the people from the colonials, as well as other migrants, and, you know, like convict people, all different kinds of people. And where I was a very much a migrant town, like right from the beginning, right up until now, it still is. And anyway, but there's the Indigenous side as well. So a lot of so I'm working with all kinds of people, all sides, and that's it. You know, like trying to work to bring people together and not and to understand each other, or find people's similarities rather than differences. Right? That's the thing. So anyway, in that, I was a target for a lot of hate. You know what I mean? Like negative projections from all angles, all of the angles. I got negative responses, and I also got positive responses as well. You know, there was a balance, kind of. But I had to leave because, you know, people's jealousy and hate and, you know, mischief and, you know, persecuting ways from authorities as well. A whole lot of people didn't like what I was doing, and all I was doing was raising the vibration and, you know, like giving some people some fun things to do, right? Like, you know, it's fucking crazy, right? But anyway, what Spirit told me when I was down the river with my fire, and I was talking to the ancestors down there as well, was that in all that I had to go through, you know, I lost a lot. I lost my business, I lost my family, I lost my kids, I lost, my kids are now back, but kind of, but, you know, I lost my connection with my kids. I lost friends, business, money, like things got very, very, very hard because, you know, like I was pretty much persecuted on all angles because of what I was doing, was to raise the vibration of everybody and bring people together to actually do cool shit together, right? Anyway, what Spirit said was that I've achieved it because what happened in amongst all this is that I walk away, and that was always the intent, was to empower people and then leave, right? Because then my job's done, right? So I had to leave, but I was, like I had to leave, even though it was time, and that was why I had to leave. So Spirit makes, like the Holy Spirit makes things happen, like if you, to make you move on if that's what is needed, right? So anyway, Spirit made me move on. But what they said was, well, what God said actually, that I had achieved what I needed to do, even though it didn't seem like it, even though it seemed like I lost everything. In losing everything, I gained everything. Because with all that jealousy and hatred, all those people that were projecting all that jealousy and hatred were then, like acting on it. So it was like, oh, you can't, like, you as a white woman cannot have this spiritual knowledge and be sharing that, right? Because of my colour, right? And so what happened in that is that those people that were projecting that onto me actually picked up what I was trying to bring forward to the people to, which was, the spiritual evaluation. So these people then came in and recalibrated their own belief systems and what they were doing, because in order to persecute me, right? So they went back to culture. They went back to their own cultures because to prove a point that I wasn't that. So it doesn't matter what anybody thinks I am or what I've done. It doesn't matter, because my goal has been achieved by bringing people back to culture. So they become defensive of it, you see. This is all angles here. I'm not just talking one area. We're talking about lots of belief systems, all different belief systems, and like organisational groups, all kinds of people that were involved and have changed their ways, or are changing their ways, or been enlightened to see things differently, from a different perspective, So Spirit said to me, you've done your job, So, and this will be the same for a lot of other light workers out there, and, star seeds and earth angels, starseed earth angels, light workers. All those people were on the same mission, have achieved in this new cycle. And this morning when I went out, like, I almost didn't go out. I mean, I had it in my head to go out and, light that fire and, sing with the ancestors out there in the environment and speak to God. Well, actually, it wasn't me speaking to God, it was God speaking to me. And the ancestors were speaking to me. The ancestors speaking to me. Both. People say you can't be talking to ancestors and have God on your side as well. That's bullshit, right? Because God created everything. He's got his angels out there as well. That's who we are. So, anyway, that's the message is that the collective, we've moved into a new cycle. We have achieved our goals by bringing people back to enlightenment and bringing people back to culture. So congratulations. This is an exciting time. We've got huge changes are happening now out there. Now that was another thing. Now I haven't got a lot of time because I'm already 20 minutes in here, but the other thing is that I woke up. I was I was actually listening to 144 from the Stars. I love that reader. He's a great reader. You know, like he's onto it, right? And he was saying this morning about how things, massive changes in this new cycle, and he was talking about things out there, like on a global scale, and when I finished listening to him, then I just had a quick look at what was going on in the news, right? And because I don't usually watch anything, right? I don't keep up with what's going on out there. I do in a spiritual sense, because you kind of know the energies anyway. But anyway, there was a story on Hamas and the pages exploding and hurting a lot of people. I don't know if it killed a lot of people or not. I never went right into it. I just sort of like seen that short, brief bit of the story. But it reminded me of like this old movie that I watched years ago, and it was about the phones actually, like possessing people, and like if anyone was connected to their phone at the time, they got possessed and then started taking out the person next to them. It was like an app on a phone or something, and it just like hypnotise the person to go and take out that person. I mean, this is all MK Ultra shit, right? This is real deal stuff that happens. And now those pages going off reminded me of that. So anyway, I was being guided to bring that up. So be aware of apps, hypnosis on the devices, because it's very, very much a thing. And we know that, MK Ultra has been designed to hypnotise people to do things that aren't, like a lot of these mass murders and stuff like that. This is what that's designed for. Okay? It's a real thing. I'll take out the healing oracle. The spiritual oracle here, but we'll take out the healing oracle because this is where we're at. We're healing, we're getting better. These things are going to end. These things are, because there's so many people that are aware of this sort of stuff. What do we need to know? What do I need to tell the collective, please, Spirit? I've got half an hour for this part of the reading. What do we need to? What else do we need to tell the collective? Alkira, selflessness. This is the collective intuition. We have our big Yonga there, our kangaroo. Yonga in Nunga. Alkira, selflessness. It's a number 8. And 18. 18 is coming up yesterday. And 24 was as well. challenge, the wombat. This has been a challenge. This has been a challenge of self. You know, like the spiritual growth of the collective, and that dedication to follow their intuition selflessly has been a challenge, right? But the rewards are here, and in knowing that we have achieved what we needed to achieve by bringing people back to spiritual awakening in many cultures, organizations, many shifts in balance of power, many shifts in the balance of power. This is what's happening, and this is what we've been doing all these years, you know, trying to educate people on this. We have achieved what we needed to achieve. Spiny-headed Matt Rush. Rebirth. So this is the new cycle. So we've achieved what we needed to achieve by bringing people back to what they needed to be paying attention to for healing and to be able to heal the masses. We can now take a deep breath and let those people take over, and you know, let those be enlightened, those that have been enlightened, to now move into their positions. And the collective starseed earth angels have completed their mission, and I'm getting very emotional with that. This is by, you know, not acting out of the ego, you know. We are now moving into a phase we have privacy. We are now going to get our privacy because, you know, a lot of us have been, you know, like been pushed out there into the public, even though we are like, you know, in ourselves, we are introverted, but we've had to go out there and, you know, be in the communities and experience and, you know, go through things and be, you know, like persecuted and, you know, all that stuff. Pointed at, jeered at, you know, just cop all those negative projections for all of their lives. Like for me, it's been like that, and I know it's been like that for a lot of other people. And then going through the spiritual awakening, it's been pretty hectic. But now we're going to enjoy a time of enjoying, releasing, and enjoying our own peace. Native geranium. Now, I just bought some native geranium in a deodorant the other day from the markets. My lady. Yeah. See, this is, you know, creating those businesses and stuff, showing people, this has been part of it, right? Showing people how to work outside of the matrix, right? How to create your own businesses and, you know, like, I've been doing that for a long time. And the whole time being, you know, been made to really struggle. Really, people have made it very, very hard for me to actually, but I've actually proved, you know, people that this can be done, and we don't have to be working for industries that we don't necessarily agree with what they are doing because they are detrimental to the environment or to people in general, you know, like some businesses are all about drawing off of the downtrodden's energy, you know what I mean? Their businesses are about that. Care, attentiveness. This is why we've been persecuted so much, because we've been showing people that this is what's been going on. The powers that be keep their jobs because people are in disarray. So they keep them in disarray, right? Flexibility with the Blackwood. Attentiveness and flexibility. Attentiveness. Being flexible, see? Being able to be flexible in what we do, in lots of different ways. To be independent and sovereign is the goal. Release. Oh, we're also being told here, like with privacy and release, you know, like we are entering a time where, yes, we are going to regain our privacy, because a lot of us have had our privacy invaded, like extreme, right? But it says here, release privacy. But this is also telling us that we are moving into a phase of being seen and known to be what we actually are, and not what everybody has perceived us to be, right? Because the perception's been upside down. And the collective have been attentive in flexibility. So being flexible to be able to move and change with each obstacle that comes in the way. The collective have been able to shift around and you know, change things to keep things moving and flowing, right? They haven't given up. Okay. Now, okay, close. Yeah. Okay. Kangaroo, intuition. It's been about investment with some offer. So this could be an offer that's coming towards the collective that could not be a good offer. You know, use your discernment. So somebody could be coming forward. Use your intuition, use your discernment for somebody coming forward with some sort of offer. We've got justice and we've got the Ten of Wands. There's a lot of people going through the Ten of Wands at the moment. A lot of people burdened by what's going on around us. But there's justice here for the collective. Intuition. Intuition. Holy Spirit, Holy Spirit, Holy Ancestors. We have temperance. There's temperance and intuition. Yeah, because this is, yeah, so this offer is about, you know, like, this is saying, like, tempering the collective's intuition. So this is like to cloud the vision. So whatever this offer is coming in to cloud the vision. It could be like somebody coming in with money. Yeah, there's Six of Wands here. This is no, this is not a victory. So keep the strength. Use your intuition, because they want to cloud the collective's intuition with some sort of offer. What is this offer? We have selflessness. What is this offer? Spirit. Holy Spirit, what is this? Temperance and offer. They want to mess up the collective's intuition. This could be coming in the form, because I was talking about the devices, right? This could be coming from the devices. Devil. It's in reverse. Because the collective are aware, so there's not going to be a victory there. It's in the dark. Yeah, bad investment. Don't invest in that. It's coming in the form of lovers, a partnership. Selflessness, what is this here? So be aware of that. The devices, like what I was saying about, you know, like the movie and these pages exploding. There's something coming from the devices that could, you know, mess up the vision. King of Pentacles in reverse. Selflessness. Yeah, not being paid. This is because the collective have been working, and it's not been about the money. It's been selfless. It's been about the mission itself, right? We've got the Page of Pentacles in reverse, and we've got the Queen of Cups in reverse. This has not been about personal gain. This has been about the whole starseed mission, right? Selfless King of Pentacles. Having to go through all these conflicts because of it. All this conflict because the collective weren't actually cashing in. And see, and that was part of what showed up a lot of people, especially a lot of people in services that weren't, you know, they're just there doing their job. People just say, I'm just doing my job because I'm just getting money. That's what that means. I'm just doing my job because I just got to pay the bills. I mean, anybody with any faith knows that God always provides for us, you know. And this is what we've been working to achieve, and what we have been persecuted for is being able, you know, like every avenue that I've taken has been sabotaged from different people and organisations and individuals and family members, all kinds of people, because they couldn't handle that I was working to be sovereign, to be able to make my own abundance, my own money without having to work for the matrix. I have had to, and because of all the sabotaging that went on in my business development, and the stolen projects and stolen work, and like literal, right down to the, you know, the written word, the spoken word, these things have been taken from me and made it harder and harder and harder and harder. But I managed to be able to keep going and going and going. But in amongst that, I have had to actually get assistance, government assistance in the process, and I've been persecuted for that, you know, even though all these people sabotaged my life and my efforts, my achievements. People kept trying to stop me from becoming independent, and then turn around and persecute me for saying, oh, well, you're not independent because you had to get a benefit for a little while whilst I get back on my feet, right? So anyway, but there's a rebirth here. So this is all the battles here, and this has been a selfless battle. And this has all been about educating the population on being sovereign. It's been a burden, right? We do have a rebirth. Yeah, black magic been done it. We've got a Queen of, High Priestess in reverse. This is all the black magic, all the work done in the background to stop the collective from bringing forward the sovereign culture. I'll put it like that. reverse. We're being reborn from the Five of Pentacles. So this is like from the bottom, recycling from the bottom. When I'm saying recycling, that's something for somebody. Recycling, while I was pulling out all my clothes so I can recycle them, I'm going to cut them up and turn them into, you know, change them, cut off the worn out bits and use the fabric for other things. So yeah, this is sort of like coming out of the Five of Pentacles, being reborn after the death. This is like being persecuted and ousted, and then we're moving into which is spring now, it's a rebirth. And we're going to be gain some privacy in this as well, you know, all the watching and the gang stalking and the, you know, the spying and all that shit. Here we have our High Priestess again in reverse. So is in going through a tower, they're in regret. So this is what's going on for these people that have worked very, very hard on persecuting the collective. They're now in the Nine of Swords. See, I wasn't going to do a reading today, right? Remember yesterday, if you watched my videos yesterday, I said, oh, I just kept coming up with the same story over and over and over again. But overnight, it shifted. And I remember hearing a couple of the other readers saying there's going to be a shift overnight. Well, it's a new cycle, right? Because we're just going through a full moon. But on a big scale, not just like an ordinary full moon sort of thing. This is like a huge shift in the energy, and that shifted, you know. So what are those old readings that kept repeating themselves? That's what's been shifted here. So we're moving to the next phase, and we have the Queen of Wands at the bottom of the deck, and we have a Knight of Pentacles moving forward with the Wheel of Fortune. We've been told to walk away from this situation because, like I said before, since that came out here with the Devil energy and the Temperance, this offer from a Queen of Wands to move forward is not, we've been told, we've been guided to not take this offer because it's a trap. It's a trap. Use your discernment here, because I mean we've gone through so much and with so little. It's easy to be tempered because we have the Temperance here. We've got, and that's on intuition and the Devil, right? So don't get clouded here. Use your discernment. Keep the guards up, right? Truth, Spirit's the truth at the bottom of the deck. That's the truth. Release. We've got privacy and release. This is like, yeah, keep your guard up. Seven of Wands there, just fell out. And this is like, don't drink the Kool-Aid, right? Missed opportunity. Don't take it. That's what that says. Release this. Because they want to get in your business, in the privacy. They want to, it's a trap. It's over. And this is Queen of Cups. Yep, they want to mess up this stability with the Four of Wands. Yep, they want to end it with the World here, and here, sticking its head out, right? Seven of Swords. Yeah. Yeah. So we've been told, right? Attentiveness, be attentive. This is over. We're not, this is over. We're done. The World, justice is here. We have the Three of Swords, Five of Swords. These people are broken-hearted. Attentiveness, be attentive. on the money, right? Being on, I just said on the money, and out came the Nine of Cups. Be on your game. This is yeah. Stay on the game. Stay on your stay on your path. Working on your sovereignty, your own stability. Because these Seven of Swords are lurking. Yep. On your Wheel of Fortune. Somebody's lurking on your Wheel of Fortune, right? This is somebody lurking around because they know that you got something coming in, and then we have an Emperor in reverse. So somebody here is lurking around because they know that the collective are coming into abundance. We have a Queen of Pentacles and we have the Ten of Cups at the bottom of the deck. Could be a family situation. There's no Ten of Cups here. There's no money. This person is not grounded. This could be a family member, or it could be somebody who's seen as family or has done in the past. We've got the Ace of Swords there again, and the Ace of Wands. We've been told. We've got the message, right? We've got the message. There's a deception here, so don't get fooled by King of Wands in reverse. That's who this Emperor is in the reverse. Could be a Leo. Flexibility. Yeah, this person's just juggling pentacles. They're just here for the money. Yeah, they want a new beginning because they want to cash in. On the collectives. Alchemy is what I'm getting. The collectives. Options. This is the collective's ability to create options. That's what this person's after. There we are. I've got both ears ringing. Be aware, collective, and just do what you got to do, right? Okay, moving forward here, Spirit. Ace of Wands. Clarify the Ace of Wands. Oop. There's a legal matter here. Put this over here. No, put this over here. A legal matter is going to bring some grief, or somebody's going through grief. This is probably this is the other person. This is this Emperor in reverse is going on a journey. What is this journey here, Spirit? What is this journey in this legal matter? It's creating grief and sorrow for somebody. This is to do with a marriage or a partnership. This could be a business partnership or a marriage, you know, like a physical marriage. Big love. A pleasant letter. We have a thief. We have a rich girl, and we have a meeting. Okay, so this is this, you know, like I said, this is a king. This is an Emperor in reverse. knowing that the collective has got abundance coming in, and they want to get in on the act, basically. Somebody wants to have a meeting with the collective who's coming out as the rich girl. This person's a thief, and they want good news and big luck. Somebody's chasing. So, yeah. Oh, damn. Clarify the thief, please, Spirit. Yeah, the thief just wants unexpected money. Pleasant letter is someone's going to jail, because the pleasant letter here is left behind a paper trail of evidence, is what I just got. So this has already happened. Or they're going to. Has this meeting already taken place, Spirit? Is this meeting already, is this past?